I think we're just living in uncertain times. We're living in chaos, as you just said it. We're living in times where we're constantly surprised by what's going to happen next. And it's not a good surprise, it's a negative surprise sometimes. And I think what's happened is that we've started to realize that the answer is not going to come from outside of us. We can't just keep waiting. What we need to do is find, and more importantly, not just find, but create that peace and that calm within us. And that's why I talk about thinking like a monk, because when you look at the brains of monks across the world, they have the calmest, happiest brains on planet Earth. And I want to give people access to how to have that, because when you start getting access to that, now you don't need the weather to be perfect. Now you don't need to wait for everyone to give you love every single day. Now you're not dependent on anything outside of you, but you recognize that you can create calm. You're not going to look for calm. Daniel Day-Lewis, he was wearing the clothes for gangs of New York in his normal life, to the point that he even got pneumonia in his normal life because he's wearing these old, raggedy clothes. And he goes, at one point, he almost went crazy pretending to be someone that he wasn't. Now, when I heard that and I read that, I thought, wow, isn't that all of us? Like, you wear a certain role to work, you wear a certain role at home, you wear a certain role with your friends. And in playing all those roles, you end up method acting and forgetting who you are. And for me, that's what I'm just seeing across and in and of myself.
Me too.
And I see myself do that. You become who you think other people want you to be. And so for me, the first step in that is writing down everything you're chasing right now, whatever it is. Make that list. Second question, where did that idea come from? Did that idea come from your mom, your dad, your friend, your brother? Did the idea come from me or Ed? Did the idea come from, I don't know, some book that you read? Like, did the idea come from your heart and your mind? Or was it born because it was influenced by your friend who just got promoted, your friend who just got proposed to, your friend who just sold their company for $100 million? Like, was that the reason? Because then that may not be your dream. And then the third question you have to ask yourself is this my dream? Or this is the question, is your dream really your dream? And when you go through that exercise, you want to keep the stuff that's yours, and you want to distance yourself from the stuff that's not. There's two lies we've been told growing up. The first lie is you're nothing. You're stupid, you're worthless, you're not going to make it. And I'm sure many people listening or watching have heard that from teachers, parents, aunts, uncles, whoever it is. And then the other lie that we're actually told, and I don't think it's a lie, I think it's positive, but sometimes it's misconstrued, is you can be anything. And we all know that's not true too. Right. And it's unfair because sometimes people get misled. And the Dharma point of view is you can't be anything you want, but you can be everything you are. And what I mean by that is you have a genius, a potential, a power inside of you that you don't know yet. Why? Because you're inexperienced. It's not that you're unqualified, it's you're inexperienced. So people are saying, I'm stuck. I don't know where my life's going. I don't know what my purpose is. So you're perceiving yourself to be unqualified or underqualified. Actually, you're just inexperienced. You just haven't done enough things to let the magnet of your life tell you what it's attracted to. That's what Dharma is encouraging people to do. And it says that when you protect your purpose protects you. A purpose is like a rare gem, and you have to protect it. People will tell you that gem is worthless. They'll tell you that that gem is not going to make it. They'll tell you that that gem, that jewel, has no value. And that's why you have to protect your own purpose, because the world is going to constantly try and pull you away from it. So Dharma is it's not a belief system, it's a fact that you've got skills, genius, potential is sitting inside of you, and you have not seen it yet. So the beautiful thing about monk life is half the day is self and half the day is service. That's how you're taught to live. So the morning hours are for you to fill yourself. It's almost like putting on mental, emotional, and physical armor. Like, that's what a morning routine is. Our days are tiring, our days are busy, our days are draining. Well, guess what? If you didn't put your armor on in the morning and you're going out to battle, how many knives are going to cut you? How many swords are going to pierce you? How many wounds are you going to come home with? How many of you come back home feeling wounded? I come back home feeling wounded sometimes, but guess what? If you put your armor on in the morning, a warrior would never go out onto a battlefield. And life can be a battlefield. Work can be full of conflict sometimes. Your relationships can be damaging sometimes. Your friendships can be toxic sometimes. So we are warriors in one sense.
Sure.
So for me, a morning routine is putting on emotional armor, which is meant to protect you for the rest of the day. And I know that when my morning routine is at its best, I feel protected.
I know exactly.
Whereas when my morning routine is weakened, I feel weak. And so for me, the morning routine, as I get strategic about it, there's two principles you have to know. Location has energy and time has memory. If you do something in the same place every day, that place now holds that energy. Second thing, time has memory. And this is something that people underestimate. When you do something at the same time every day, you remember it and time remembers it. That's why we struggle to work out at different times every day. It's why we struggle, like why do we feel hungry at the same time every day? So what I recommend to people is your morning routine needs 4 aspects, and it's simple, and I call it time. It's about making time in the day.
Okay.
T stands for thankfulness. There needs to be, even if it's 5 minutes of thankfulness, of gratitude every single morning, and that has to be gratitude that's specific. It can't be gratitude that's generic. So generic gratitude is something that anyone could be grateful for. Oh, I'm grateful for the sky, I'm grateful for air, I'm grateful for water. That's cool, but it's generic gratitude. Specific gratitude is I'm grateful for the fact that I have someone calling me this morning. I'm grateful for the fact that I can still call my parents. Second one is insight. I think this is one thing that a lot of people are missing, which I recommend people listening to you. It's like podcasts, books, and make it easier for yourself. If you get this book, leave it open on your bedside table. Leave it open on your dining table. I guarantee you, you will read more, and what you read will speak to you. M is meditation, and I believe meditation is different for different people. As monks, we did walking meditations, we did beach meditations, we did visualizations, we did breath work. Find your meditation practice. And fourth, obviously exercise. Everyone needs to find 5 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day of exercise that can just get them moving. And guess what? If you like sport, play sport with a friend. If you want to shoot hoops, go and shoot hoops. You don't have to sit on a treadmill. No one's telling you to do that. Make it fun and playful. The challenge with all self-centeredness is that all you then indulge yourself in is your own pain.
Whoa, very good.
Right? You just indulge, you just submerge and like immerse yourself in pain because it's all about you.
Me, yeah.
And you know, I think Gandhi said it best, is that you find yourself when you lose yourself in the service of others. And what I love about that statement is that what he means by that is you're not helping people so that they can thank you. You're not helping people so that they can be grateful to you. You're helping people because you know it's the right thing to do, but more importantly, you're helping people because you get to understand and experiment and experience different parts of yourself. You learn more about yourself when you help people. You don't learn anything about yourself when you're just sitting there filling out a quiz, going, who am I? What am I? Like you don't figure, but you learn about yourself when you help people. One of my biggest things, first of all, would be that we do this wrong because we do either or we do them in the wrong order. So in life, there are 2 aspects that impact everything: our thinking and our actions. And I read a quote the other day that was saying that the mistake we make is that we either act without thinking or we think without acting. And I think that's where most people are. If you're feeling stuck or you're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, you're either doing too much thinking or you're doing too much acting. So you're just doing a lot of stuff, but you don't know why you're doing it, or you're just sitting there procrastinating every day and you're doing it. So I'd say it's both. So the first thing I would say to you is take a moment and speak to 3 different people. Speak to a family member, a friend, and a colleague, and ask them this one question. What strengths do I have? What do you think is my superpower? What skills do you think I bring? Emotional, strong, soft, hard, whatever it is. Do that first. Get that sense check. Second thing, for the next month, take off every weekend, 8 days, because there's 8 Saturdays and Sundays all together in a month, and book a different course, workshop, seminar, online, offline. Go to an event, shadow a friend, go and spend time with an aunt, uncle who's doing the career you want. Go and have 8 new experiences. And after each of them, sit with yourself and ask yourself, did I like that, yes or no? Whether you liked it or not, ask yourself, why did I like it or why did I not like it? And then ask yourself, would I like to do it again? And if the answer is yes, 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 guess what? go do it again. And if the answer is no, 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 don't do it again, leave it out. But if you've had 8, and this is the problem, we do that over a year. We do that over 8 years. And that's why life feels slow and boring and lethargic and stuck.
Yes.
But it just, in the next 8 days in a weekend, just test 8 new things and you'll have just a great experiment. And the worst thing that will happen is you'll find 8 things that you don't like. But I guarantee you that even if you have a sense of that reflection in the beginning, and what I don't get why we don't do this enough is we do it with food and movies all the time. And it's like, you know when you eat something whether you like it or not. You know when you watch a movie whether you like it or not. You know when you read a book whether you like it or not. But why don't we ask ourselves after meeting people, completing projects, or going to places? Most of us keep meeting people that take our energy. Most of us keep going to places that drain us of our energy. And most of us keep working on projects that just disturb our energy. All you have to do is ask yourself, does this bring me alive? Why does it bring me alive? Really important to know why it works. And do I want to do it again?